Hello, and thank you for watching my Hog Clock videos. I figured since I'm near the end of this Ascension run, I may as well do a build guide video. Apologies if the audio is a bit whack. If I cancel background noise, my voice gets deleted from existence. So, the basic premise is Matadeira doing stupid amount of damage. I may be butchering the name of that, and I'm also not running it at max rank for whatever reason. Anyway, the premise is to spam as many of these as possible. To do that, we have cooldown reduction from bombardment, so every single one of these hits will reduce cooldowns by 10%. Additionally, on our constellation, we have far too much cooldown reduction. It's ridiculous and very fun. Basic premise is getting Agility Orbs will reduce all active cooldowns by 1 second. Considering that this normally has a 5-second cooldown, but my cooldown reduction makes it about... It just makes it faster. I don't want the math right now. I will do the math another time. It's about 3 times the cooldown speed. So 1/3-ish the cooldown. That then means that this 1 second goes a lot further. These increased chance to gain Agility Orbs will make this activate quicker, and loop. This also has a ton of hits, as do the guards, and the guards will duplicate when I activate their ability. It creates absolute absurdity. So, I split shot as well, because I want them to be on fire and I want the meteors to do physical damage. The reason for that is this. Marksman skills that deal physical damage to ignited enemies trigger a fire explosion, dealing 375% of the triggering damage and consuming the ignited status. I want to ignite as often as possible. So, to achieve that, I use split shot on my summons, plus slow time oil targets so that they instantly burn when shot. This means that they will always be ignited because the split shot attack rate of the guards is far quicker than the actual call-in time of the meteors. With the sheer volume of them, they are going to spread the ignite damage over, or the ignite debuff over a stupidly large number of enemies. On top of that, I have additional damage and 2 extra charges from this. To get the build running, you need this, this, and this. These 2 are good early game. You need some form of this to push into Act 2, and especially in Act 3. This goes a long way. So, essentially, you spam these and just press all the buttons whenever they're off cooldown. It's ridiculously simple to play. The only issue is the animation times. If you press the buttons too quickly one after another, and you are still in the casting animation for the meteor, you will not cast another spell. So the principle is simple. Ignite them passively with Summon the Guard and slow time. Slow time will also give us a lot of conviction per second, and this will stack with that, giving 290% of maximum mana. Doesn't look like much, but once I actually get the blessings in game, I always go for mana first, because that will enable me to pick up cooldown reduction. So this will end up being somewhere around 2000 in most runs. So, where's that? Yeah, that's almost triple the 2000. It's almost 6000. Theoretically. That with the eviction decay reduction on both of these, due to this, will make you extremely tanky. In one of my other videos, which are is still being uploaded. Or maybe it might have come out to this point. I hit 50,000 conviction in a survival room, which was crazy. So, here are all the relics I'm using. That's just because I don't have anything better. I just got that. It's passive damage. It's free. I had trash in this slot because my RNG has been quite bad. The ideal item to slot in here would actually be the slow time relic that causes all enemies in a slow time AoE to take 20% more multiplicative damage. I don't know for certain, but I think you can upgrade that. As for my actual gear, I'm focusing on base damage and physical damage. You cannot increase the number of meteors per cast. It's not a projectile, so you can't increase it with skill projectile amounts, nor with prayer of vengeance. Focusing on some crit, but primarily base damage, getting my resistances up, and conviction to kill resistance. Evasion isn't the most important. Yes, I know I have it on my relic, but again, this is kind of like a throwaway. It's just better than what I had, and bonus damage is bonus damage. You want as much cooldown speed as humanly possible. It's the thing that keeps us all going. I'm not using any actual mana. The only mana I'm using is a mana shield from the bell. And I'll go to this quickly. So you want to rush all the soul gem stuff as much as possible. Get the timers, get the extra loadout slots, get the skill levels. Then pick up cooldown reductions, conviction gain, and then and then get the red portals. As for skill blessings, you want damage, maybe one AoE bonus, and cooldown, you want the epic blessing, the red one, to be damage. You can spend the yellow and blue one on cooldown, but you have so much of it that it won't really be necessary. On bombardment, you want duration and bombardment frequency. Bombardment frequency is the most important one. Also a note about this, if you designate a target, if your mouse is actually on a target when you press the button, it will follow that target. At least for elites and bosses. For this, you just want Conviction Decay Resistance, cooldown, and then Conviction amount on cast. You don't really want the retaliation damage. For this one, you want AoE. The bigger the AoE, the easier it is for you to move around while still being inside of it. With the low duration, is going to be useful to have as many big ones up as possible. You'll have a lot of them up, and then if they're overlapping, it's easier for you to always stay inside of one. Secondly, you want duration to mitigate the duration reduction from this. So I usually save my red blessing for area of effect, and then focus the rest on duration, maybe some cooldown reductions, not too necessary. This is trash. Do not focus on it. It exists entirely to debuff enemies with Ignite, and to have a chance on hit to reduce cooldowns via Constellation, by giving me Agility Orbs on hit. You do not need to care about this. If it's off cooldown, cast it, that's all. Maybe if you have to take something from this, then go for attack speed, or for an extra ghost. Because more hits per second means a higher chance of activating the Conjurability Orb, Agility Orb, Constellation, which means more cooldown reduction. Also, I may as well just increase increase this anyway. There's no reason not to. Don't really need to worry about these. You can rebuff them and then just set a few meteors to collide on the position. As you can see, the cooldowns are absolutely non-existent. Your time stop will actually slow down your meteors, but on a bunch of targets, there's not too much of an issue. Bombardment frequency is cooldown reduction. And then I get so distracted by the screen shake and looking at the cooldowns that sometimes I don't realize I've already killed everything. This looks cool, but because we need the damage there, it's actually better to take this. Most of our damage is coming from this, and it scales with this. So we need this to do as much damage in a single shot as humanly possible. And we have so much cooldown reduction anyway. That's not the end of the world if we don't get all the cooldown reduction upgrades. Look at that. Duration. Okay, ideally we want mana here, because that's what will unlock the cooldown upgrades, and it will also boost this so we can get more conviction. Let's see if we can get some gold for that. No, it's actually not worth wasting the time. Surprised I've not seen a red portal yet. None of these are useful, so I'm just going to sell them anyway. This is kind of garbage. Also kind of garbage. Here we go. Again, none of these are good, but why the heck not? Honestly, more duration means you can stack more of them, and this is the perfect best-in slot, because that means we have a lot more cooldown reduction. You can stack the conviction generation from time stop. Is it time stop? Time stop. Slow sign. Why am I calling it time stop? Please. There we go. It's quite satisfying when it wraps up. No, this is our main damage source, so I'll pick that up. This is good for actually not having to wait a while before your damage does anything. Or not. a high cooldown reduction, which is not particularly necessary. It's nice to have.
I'm grateful for this gift.
Yep, that's the whole screen. Wait, was that 58 million? Huh. 58 million from the explosion. Hitting by the enemy. Nice. I will take that. And there we go. I still need this. Tons of time. Tons of time to farm.
Specimen 329B insists on returning. His actions confirm his reduced brain.
Your bullying affects me no more.
Will you be capable of dirtying your hands with your master's blood scourge? Still tied.
This thing accounts. It's merely a twisted
Easy.
man, and it shall disappear.
Not the quickest trip, but viable and satisfying. I'll take it. See, most of the damage actually came from a relic. Yeah. Anyway. Still fun. Wait, did I keep messing around and optimizing this? Nice. First Ascension completed. Okay. Not exactly the most useful options, but I'm not really doing fire damage. Anyway. So again, the basics are kills or chance on hit when damaging elites, or creates agility orbs. These give higher chance of getting agility orbs, this gives more. If you're already at the max, this will still count for cooldown reduction that you get from here. This is just critical chance. It's multiplicative. Nice. Critical damage. Skill speed. That's a 40% damage multi because of the increased max agility orb count. Bonus base damage. Nice. So, you just have to full spec into cooldowns via agility orbs, and also ashes of more lengthful bombardment. This is your main source of damage. You're using Matadeira. I'm just gonna call it Meteor. Apologies if I butchered the name. This, with this, becomes the highest damage, highest physical damage instance that I have come across. And then you get a 375% multi on top of it, which is insane. And as you can see, my cooldowns did not exist. So again, this plus this on these two skills will cause ignite. This plus this on Matadeira will cause the ignited enemy to take a lot of fire damage. Oh, it is fire damage. Well then, I guess put points into the fire damage skill tree. My bad. I thought it was physical. Anyway, 2 extra charges so we can spam, because this and the Agility Orb cooldown will it'll go past the breakpoint for one ability instant cooldown. So having multiple in reserve that can get the excess cooldown reduction is very useful. Then this is just useful. Yes, those are the same thing. I do not think they stack. I had trash in these slots. It fit. Bonus damage is nice. Bonus damage is nice. This is good for survivability. This is more hits, so more ignition, more ignite debuffs applied, and more agility orbs generated on hit. So more cooldown reduction. That's it. Oh, and then conviction decay resistance. Thank you for watching.